Good so far. I tell you what, it's a fun group to coach. They got a lot of enthusiasm, the tempo. As you can see, we're going faster than we've ever gone. Coach is doing a good job of mixing it up too. Giving us some obstacles throughout the course of practice to challenge our tempo. And the guys have, they've done a phenomenal job. A lot of retention. That's a positive as well. You can tell that they put in a lot of work over the summer in the playbook. And as we continue to go through our installation, you're expecting to see a few mistakes, but they're executing at a high level. The procedure part of it's been pretty good as well. We've had a couple of things that we can improve on, some opportunities to get better. But overall, it's a fun group. They're enthusiastic. They want to. And now it's just going back to putting in the work every day, focusing, getting better from a technique standpoint.
Any updates on Adam Choice and Zach Brooks?
Choices look good coming back off of that knee. The first day might have been a little bit tentative, hesitant to make some cuts, but after that first day, he's been cutting it loose. I've seen him make some cuts that you're like, wow. Coming back off of a knee, you think mentally he might not be ready to make that cut, and it's just natural to him. So he's been doing well. Zach Brooks, he's been down a little bit with the heel, but we expect to get him back. But prior to the heel, he was looking great, moving around well. They're all moving well right now.
So you think he'll be back in a couple days?
Oh, yeah. Hopefully so, yes.
What's your impressions of Wayne Gallman so far? Is he still kind of taking that lead spot?
He's still in the lead. But Wayne's the type of guy, he wants to do everything right. So the first couple of days he was a little jittery and kind of making sure that he was perfect on everything. But now he's gotten back into his groove. He feels good. He's letting it loose. But I tell you what, C.J. Davidson's got a look in his eye. He's playing fast. He's playing quick. He's doing a lot of positive things. So he's pushing Wayne every day and giving him an opportunity. And I'm letting Wayne know that it's not a done deal, that he has to go out and he has to keep these guys behind him if he wants to be the lead bird.
With Deshaun's multiple skills, do you have to be as creative in terms of how you deploy personnel? For instance, Adam was being prepped as a Wildcat last year. You may not have to do that this year.
You may not, and we'll still look at those opportunities. If we feel like it gives us an advantage and it's a strength against a weakness on the defense, we'll definitely take advantage of it. But the big thing for us is if our guys know what they're doing, we're going to have a chance to compete with anybody. So the big thing is just putting these guys in a position to be successful by not overloading them, by being too complicated, and just letting them get out there and win the one-on-one matches. Because at the end of the day, football is still blocking, tackling, running and catching. So one-on-one matchups is what we're looking for.
What have you seen from Deshaun the first 4 days?
No, he's just special. We all know how gifted he is athletically, but he impresses me every day mentally how gifted he is. Command of the playbook, just poise. He just stands in there with nerves of steel. He knows where to go with the ball. He prepares. He prepares with purpose. So he's just special all the way around. And again, he's got some opportunities to improve. And he's the kind of guy that he doesn't feel like he's arrived. He's coming out here every day hungry, willing to go to work.
Noticed that the quarterbacks have been using the clap a lot for the cadence. Is that something that Brandon Streeter likes to do, or is that something that will go on throughout the season?
No, actually, we started that last year.
I noticed it sometimes, but it didn't seem to be like we used it all the time. I could be wrong about that.
It was something just to vary up the snap count to help the center, to make sure, because obviously we do a lot of things from a timing standpoint, but we always want to help that center because he's the quarterback of that offensive line. Okay. And the more he can keep his head up, not looking down when you're in a loud environment, the more it helps us. So also, against our defense, changing it up, being able to kind of mimic a snap count to keep those guys at bay. Because I tell you what, Shaq Lawson and Kevin Dodd, they're pretty good coming off that edge. And they're making Mitch and they're making Jake better every day, and Joe Gore.
Is there anybody on that offensive side that's just caught your attention that's like, wow, you weren't expecting that out of them?
Well, just starting with the freshmen, I think everyone had high expectations of Dion and Ray, and I believe they're as good as advertised. Still got a lot of opportunities to grow and learn, but the talent is definitely there. And I tell you what, Garrett Williams, freshman tight end, has been very, very, very impressive. I like what I see out of the entire offensive line. It's just it's a blue collar mentality. They come to work every day. There's not a lot of mental errors. It's just sometimes there's a technical breakdown, but that's part of football. That's why we practice every day, to build that muscle memory, to create the technique that we need to be successful. Mike Williams is a guy, Artavis, and the influx of the young talent is pushing all of our top guys to perform even better.
Travion
Thompson, yes, he's quietly but probably been the best wideout thus far. And again, we had high expectations for him coming out, and he went through that redshirt freshman year, and now he's starting to find his groove. He has a lot of confidence, and again, there's competition in front of him, and there's competition behind him.